Hello friends, today we are going to demonstrate the example of treeview. This is form 1 and we are executing form 1 as a treeview example. On my screen this is form 1. This form 1 is showing that example of treeview, that is a text property of form. Here you can see that one, that is a button. On the button it is clearly mentioned generate treeview. When I click on this generate treeview, on the click of button, this treeview, entire treeview is generated, where we can understand KSU University is my parent node, Gujarat University is my parent node. When I click on my parent node, I will get it, that is computer science, BCA, MCA, BBA. These are the child node that we understand as a treeview concept. When I click on Gujarat University, I will get it 2 degree and 2 courses, that is BCom and MCom. So friends, how it is comes to the possible in treeview example, let me understand the code. So first of all, this particular part we will learn today by click on button how this treeview is generated. This is dynamication creation of the button. So first of all, as you know that one, this is form 1.vb. This is a design view. When I double click on it, I will go to form load event. In my form load event, it is mentioned new.text means form title, and form title is dynamically changed on the runtime. That is example of treeview. As you show over here, this name of form 1 is form 1 as it is, but when it is executed, it will show me the example of treeview. Now let me understand the second concept, that is very important concept for all of us. When I click on generate treeview, I double click on it, and as you know that one, buttons click event is activate. Friend, this is Visual Studio 2008, so somewhat properties and methods are changed. First of all, I prepare one object. The name of object is X. This is object. How you can understand? Because when you declare any variable, that is dim y as integer, this is a variable and this is an object. What is the difference between variable and object? Variable always have data type that you know very well, double, string, integer, float and all. But object always use some controls, and treeview is a control. Second difference is that after as there is no keyword used when you declare y as variable, but here x as an object, because we have new keyword. It is by this particular example you can come to know that one, what is the difference between object and variable. So friends, we declare x as object, where I am saying that one x store treeview control. You can declare number of dynamic control, x as text box, as x as picture box, x as label. When x is now behaving as treeview, the size of x is equal to new. It is an object, so it is always use new keyword. Size is 200 and 200, means 200 width and 200 height. The second part of treeview is x dot location. X dot location means where you started the treeview. I am saying new as an object, point 50, 50. If I will change over here, so first of all I want to run it, and I click on generate, you can easily say that one, that is 50, 50, x-axis distance and y-axis distance, as well as the width and the height. If I want to change it is possible, friend. So I am changing within double one, that is 400 is height, 400 is the width, and I am starting with 10 and 10. Now I execute it, and we can run time show this property, and you can see that one, the distance is getting less and width has become very large. It is so large that my button is also available in my treeview. So by this particular example you can come to know that what is the size. Size means the width and size means the height. And what is the point and location? It means the x-axis and y-axis. Here me means form, controls means controls, add means a command, and x means a treeview itself. when we declare X as tree view, so X is behave as tree view. By this particular thing we can know that one. So we are making comment, and in comment I am mentioning by this code tree view added to our form. So it's a very simple one. Now let me understand how the particular runtime nodes are there. X is a tree view, nodes is a property, add is a method, KSV University, it is my parent node. You can easily understand that one. X dot nodes dot 0 means I am saying that one KSV University on the 0 location. Nodes means we are repeating that process that is called add, that is computer science, and new nodes as tree view. If we are continuing this particular process, but I want to change it like that, run, generate parent node. In a computer science I want to make it a parent. When I open the computer science, under the computer science I will show BCA, MCA, BBA, these are the degree. So how can we proceed this one? So friend, for this one we are saying that one nodes of 0 dot add, and here we are repeating fine. I'm changing. BBA is not a degree of computer science, so I'm getting MSc IT, and let me understand how it works. Go to computer science, and in computer science BCA is now my child. This is grandfather, this is father, and this is child. So friend, it is really very much easy to understand for all of you that one. If you want to add parent, child and everything, it is very simple thing. The same thing I would like to edit for all the degree like that 0. I'm putting down nodes as a property, and the same like for this. Now all the particular properties and methods and childs are arranged very properly, hierarchical manner. KSV University has a computer science department. In computer science department we have 3 degrees, that is BCA, MCA and MSc IT. Rather, in the comparison of Gujarat University, you can see that this is a direct child we are applying with BCom and MCom. So friends, it's a very simple example. By that you can come to know that one, how does tree view generate dynamically. Number 1, how this parent node added by add nodes property. If you want to generate intermediate parent node, so I can say that one, this is my intermediate parent node. I am putting down as a comment intermediate parent node. So I can say that one, in this particular example, KSV University is my parent, it is intermediate parent, and this particular nodes are saying that one as a child. And herewith I can say that one, Gujarat University as an example of a parent node, because there is no index value I am mentioning. So Gujarat University is displayed as below as KSV University, and I am mentioning as 1. So whatever the nodes I am added, that is BCom, MCom and all, it will be under a child of Gujarat University. Friend, now I will explain the second part of this example. This is a very good example for all of us. This is a tree view. Statistically I pick up it. I run now, and when I execute, now you can see clearly over here. Here is a very good example. I am selecting parent. Into the parent I am selecting KSV University. When I click on add, you can see that one at dynamically runtime KSU University is added as a parent. As the same one, I'm selecting parent and I'm using SAURASHTARAU University, and when I click on it, Saurashtra University is again a parent. And the same way I want to HNGU. When I click on that one, HNGU is university, friend, that particular parent is added. Now I want to go to that KSU University. KSU University I selected and I am selecting child over here. Into the child I am using BA. When I click on it, you can clearly see over here at runtime BA is added with my KSU University. When I mention that as child, again the child is mentioned and I am selecting MA, and when I want edit, it is dynamically added as a child node of KSU University. When I go to HNGU and when I select the HNGU and I am selecting HNGU, I want to add a child node in my HNGU. I am using DBA. Click on it, you can clearly see that one, whatever the child you want to create, you just select the parent node and it will work. That is MBA. It is clearly mentioned. Now I go to the Saurashtra University and into that thing I added BCA. You can clearly see that BCA is added into that one. Now I go to the HNGU, child node is already selected, and according to that I want to just use it like HNGU, that is PGDBM, Postgraduate in Diploma Business Management. Whatever runtime you want to do it, you can clearly mention here the parent node, and I'm saying that one MAD, and I click on MAD. MAD will be the child of KSU University only, and Saurashtra University I select, and into the child I'm going into MCA. I click on it, MCA is added. So friends, it's a very simple example, but here there is no coding for number of parents node and number of child nodes. This coding is runtime we will prepare it. But before this, let me understand how this particular combo box is working and how I can add dynamically values in it. So in videos, let me understand how this particular work it is that. This is a tree view, and if you see that one, tree view 2 is a statically control that I prepared from this. When you go to this common control, into the common control, into the common control I go there and preview, drag and drop from here. Now let me understand how this coding is there. It is only 2 to 3 lines coding. When I click on it, it's a very simple coding, private button 2, and into that I already prepared this combo box. I go to the property window. Into the property window I go to the item property. Yes, items is a collection where I mention already parent and child. If I want to prepare parent, I select the parent. If I want to edit child, so statistically I already added this particular thing. When I click on add button, it will check first in combo box selected item is parent. Of course yes. Then preview2.nodes.add textbox1.text, and textbox1 is cleared. It is so simple, my friends. In textbox1 I added KSU University, that KSU University is behave as parent node. Then after I added Saurashtra University, it is added as Saurashtra University. And again when I click on this button, in else if part, it is very important how that particular child is managed, because parent is not a big deal, because it's a simple code, preview2.nodes.add whatever you want to edit at dynamic level. But if combo box 1.selected item is child, it will check preview2.nodes and it will check which type of index value we are selecting. Preview2.nodes.index of .preview.selected nodes. When I select Saurashtra University and it is on the second part, it will automatically get at 1 because always index started with 0, and when I select KSV University, it is always starting with 0. The same methods I use nodes.add, and in nodes.add new tree node text box 1, and it worked like very simple. And along with this, now if I want to calculate how many parent nodes are added and how many child nodes are added, so runtime, let me declare the variable dim x as integer equal to 0, dim y as integer equal to 0, and for parent node, let me go to the, after adding of this, x equal to x plus 1, it is a counter variable, and let me understand where is the parent node I want to show it, that is label 1. So when I click on this, I go to there and label 1.text equal to x. The same thing I will use for my child node, and into my child node I go to the AND, that is y equal to y plus 1, and for that label 2.text equal to y. Friend, it's a really very good example for you to run time dynamically how that particular parent node and child node is working properly. Parent node I am using as GUJARAT, Gujarat. Yes, Gujarat is added as parent. Then MAHARASHTRA, Maharashtra. You can see over here I am added 2 parent node, and it is counted with this because this particular value is added by x. 0 plus 1, it is 1. Then I added second, that is that, and I am using RAJSTHAN Rajasthan. It is again my parent node. Yes, it is 3. Now I am added some child node in my Maharashtra. So Maharashtra child, I am selecting BOMBAY Bombay. I click on it and I added one blank node. I click on 2 times, that is a mistake, so it is showing me that thing. And Gujarat, the child node is there, so I am selecting child. Gujarat is selected, and I am using AHMEDABAD Ahmedabad, that's a 3. Again I am using SURAT Surat. So the child nodes are totally 4. I click on Rajasthan, and that is Jaipur. My child nodes are added one by one properly, and when I close this and when I run again, it will finish because it is a dynamically we are added runtime, my parent nodes and child nodes and all. So again I would like to repeat, and for you guys, go to the code, and if you are interested to write down the codes, you can write over here, that is button 2. It will check if combo box 1 dot selected item is parent in my treeview 2 nodes dot add bracket mein text box 1 dot text, means whatever we are writing that will be my parent. It will count how many parent nodes I am added, it will show in my label, and the text box will be clear. If I am not selecting parent, I have the another only one option, that is child. Into the child node, it is really important to know how that particular index value we are fetching. That is treeview 2.nodes into the bracket treeview 2.nodes.index of treeview 2.selected nodes. At runtime, if we are selecting KSV University or Gujarat first, it will consider as 0. If we are selecting Gujarat University or Maharashtra, it will consider as 1, because treeview 2.nodes.index of treeview 2.selected nodes. Then after you know very well, the rest of codes is nodes.add is a method, new as an object. We are using this added item as tree node, and whatever we are adding, either that is degree or some states, or some we can say that one districts of the states value that is added, it will count as Y and it will show. Thank you very much all.